It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions under the lights on Sunday night.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
The questions about Jared Goff's future as an NFL starter, whether he's a long-term answer in Detroit, those are long gone. This offseason, signing a lucrative deal, including over $170 million guaranteed dollars. What I love about what he's done in the Motor City is he's created a sense of belief, a confidence that they have been waiting for, clamoring for. When he steps on the field and into that huddle, he elevates everybody around him. He's made believers in Detroit. Quite a redemption story for Jared Goff.
That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On first down, it's Goff. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Goff on first and 10. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Ty Chandler to return. Returns looking good so far. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
Sam Darnold's seen an awful lot in his career. Now he's hoping the 4th time is an actual charm. After being a first-round pick, it seems like eons ago for the New York Jets, the guy's experienced a ton of football. And I'll say this, he went into one of the great QB incubators there with Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco. And now we'll all get a chance to see how much he really did learn, how much he really did grow. He is still young in his career. And with the supporting cast in Minnesota, a pretty dynamic receiver on the outside. He's got some nice tools to work with.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Darnold to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They send a man in motion. From the 39. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Now a give up the middle to Jones. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jones once more. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled by Jack Campbell. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the gun on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Running on second with Montgomery. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's Goff for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting the tight end in motion. From the 48. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Harrison Smith in on the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 43, Laporta with the grab. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've got first down from the 31. Off play action, Goff. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Throwing again, it's Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And he gets the... Now. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
2nd and 3 now. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the gun, Goff. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Fox now to kick this one away. Brandon Powell with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. Blast through midfield. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30-40 yards there and a new set of downs?
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to push forward to the 25. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Darnold. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They go play action here. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Greg Reynolds to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And a man is there to knock that away. That one vehemently swatted away. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. It looks like he stayed in as well. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fox now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings now set to take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send him left out of the slot. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They send a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass too, and that D tackle just got it done.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 17-10 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. From the 24. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They send the tight end in motion left. 1st down throw from Goff. Short pass brought in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Goff. Montgomery hauls this one in. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, it's Goff. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. The Give up the gut to Montgomery. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain. It's stopped down at the 3. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 13-point lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. Chandler now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And this one doesn't go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Darnold looking to throw. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And it's 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Hits him on the out route. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Looking to throw. Goff. Able to find right. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You want to nerd out at the end of the year with me, Kate? We'll go back and look at the amount of time per completion in the league. The best of them are around 2.2 seconds. The guys that hold on to the longest, they're somewhere around 2.6 seconds. You give your quarterback that kind of eternity to throw, they'll find a completion.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Hits a seam at the 40. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Tight end going in motion here. Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, Goff. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and that'll be first down, Detroit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy, a lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They send a tight end in motion. A give now to Montgomery. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Goff setting to throw. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And they take him down right along the 30.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fox now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Darnold. He'll get this to Jefferson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. This is Jones. And he'll get it up to the 44. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Receiver in motion going left. They go play action on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Counterplay, Jones. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Vikings with the football. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Jones. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return starts at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Quick slant, that's Williams. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Gets this to Montgomery. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
It's taken in by Williams. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing again, it's Goff. Finds Laporta. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Catch is made in close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Here's Darnold to throw. Able to find Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Darnold. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Throwing here, Darnold. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. Here comes the final play of our first half. This might be a free play for him. And it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there's a reason for that. So we got a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Second and 1. A massive shot towards the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. Smith able to put it through. And the gap closes to 14 points. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Fox now to kick this one away. Chandler now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's the Minnesota offense headed out to start this third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Darnold. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. This is Jones on the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. They go play action here. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
He completes it in traffic. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've got a man in motion. Play action on first down. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Lions ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Off play action, Goff. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Patrick going to motion over left. 1st down throw from Goff. Gets this one to Patrick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Gibbs now from the gun. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
From the gun, Goff. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Goff now on third down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. It's about 43 yards for him. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Fox now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The visitors and receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on first. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motion man right is Jefferson. Here's Jones. And this one does not go far. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. Darnold looking to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing off the play fake here. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now Darnold has the connection to Jones. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Here's Darnold to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Going with Jones on the ground. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Throwing here, Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing now, off play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Darnold. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Reynolds with a return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He finds Laporta. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On first down, it's Goff. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Goff. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. This is complete to Patrick. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Fox now to kick this one away. Chandler now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Pass is caught by Addison. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And the Lions into a nickel set for third down. Darnold now to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The home teams and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They'll run again with Montgomery. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, they're going to throw. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got him. That's Addison. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. He's going to throw this one. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Setting up a throw. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. Here's Jones. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Now Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Jones once more. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Darnold looking to throw. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Second and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. This is Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Darnold to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose. Going the other way, Lions have it. Space on the right, he's got room. And this will reach the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. Throwing now following the turnover. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Powell now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing here, Darnold. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First and 10, here's Jones. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Offense to the line for second down. This time it's a passing play. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. They go play action here. Intercepted in the end zone. Terrion Arnold has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw from Goff. Gets this to Montgomery. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Connects with Montgomery. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing again, it's Goff. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Goff setting to throw. Pass complete to Gibbs. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. We reach the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Vikings down by 12. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. To throw, here's Darnold. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Montgomery now up the middle. Has some space inside the 15. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. No run here. It's Montgomery. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Montgomery has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now, here's third and goal. They'll run in with Montgomery. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. David Montgomery with the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions go up by 19. Fox now to kick this one away. Powell now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Going the other way. Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The home teams and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days. Always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.